Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and let's not waste any time. Let's just get into the next stake on Amped Deck. So, red stake is just means that small blinds give no reward money. I'm very used to that by now, so let's see if we can quickly plow through this one. I mean, at this rate, it's just going to be a straight shot all the way. I'll leave it up to you to determine whether or not that pun was intentional. Oh, well, not only are you too expensive, but I don't really want a baby Pokemon at first ante. Ooh, Snubbull or Pidgey? I think we go Snubbull. It means we're going to be focusing on face cards and specifically queens later on. And no, that doesn't mean we're focusing straights. Actually, I would like to focus just big meaty energy on queens. I'm aware of how that sounds, but just roll with it, okay? And this seems like a good time to just go ahead and use that. Now, with the idea that Snubbull is basically Photograph, that really does mean that we want to be running it kind of the same way that we would run a Photochad build. Which means that what we're really going to be looking for is going to be things like Bonsly and... Hold on, my brain just hurt. Bonsly and SudoBull are going to be the big things. I think we just move on. Alright, so far, so easy. You know what? No, just save your money. You'll be fine. Just do this just to get some points on the board. Hey, any possibility we can get a Jack? There we go. Now, best practice, lead that with the Queen, because as soon as you evolve into Granwood, we're going to want to be hitting those Queens. Because now the Queens specifically give times 4.2. Yeah, I don't really care about Pareidolia. Hold on. Okay, that didn't work as well as I would have liked. Alright. And Jack, Queen, King, Ace, again. Alright, we're getting to the point where we're going to need to pick up something to keep ourselves going here. Well, I mean, energy certainly helps. Also, just making more queens. And just a little bit of extra malt. Alright, that should keep us going for a little bit at least. Oops. Okay, dark energy isn't gonna help. Hopefully we get something good in the spectral pack. As I say, like an immolate. Oh, a Master Ball. Okay, now we really need to hope for Dratini, because we just got our boy to help us level up. Well, normally I use it to level up high card, but my goodness. Like, I could use this for any number of things, like 2 pair. There, not bad. Not bad at all. Orp. Honestly, Psyduck is gonna help us out a lot. And let's just go ahead and grab this, because we're gonna start actually making money pretty soon here. Play only one hand type this round. I'm pretty sure I can handle that. So Cubone certainly isn't bad. Especially since we're getting that. Okay, we might as well pick up Cubone for the time being. And Immolate? Ooh, we've done it. Of course you would take my queen from me, you jerk. Probably should have used Cryptid on the queen first, but oh well. This still ends up evening out quite nicely. Alright, what do we got in here? Good stuff? Good stuff, I hope? Hey, we can make a shiny queen. I mean, yeah, I know it's holographic, but that's still pretty shiny to me. I guess a pink seal can't hurt, especially since we do have the ability to get more energy than usual. Alright, getting better. Electric energy, not gonna help. Hey, we have a strong queen in here? No, of course not. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Butterfree can just be set free now. Fly, my pretty, fly! Alright, so let us make sure that we're... Because if we... I always do the wrong thing. If we run into the plant, we might be in trouble. Even though we are playing on on the lowest difficulty. Well, not the lowest difficulty, but you get the idea. Also, remind me, brain, that after Bonsly evolves, we need to find a way to change his type. Oh wait, we have a water type with us though, so we can temporarily put that on pause. Yeah, because the stipulation to get it to essentially be Sokkin Buskin is that it has to either not be grass or I have to have a water type. I have a water type, so I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's get rid of these sad little 4s. Alright, Moltres getting work done. It's funny, this is the second time I've had Moltres show up in a run. Yes, I am just kind of greeting out the I am kind of greeting out the gold here, but as you can see, it worked out. Well, I mean, I could get rid of Golduck for Squirtle / Blastoise. But I also think it's prudent to have a decent amount of Econ, so I don't necessarily want to get rid of Golduck when he is currently our source of Econ. Interesting. There is a good chance I could make that work, but I think right now it's best that I just work with what I have. Alright, can we get some gold cards in hand? Sad. Alright, let's turn that one gold. And actually, I just realized I should have... There you go. No, Hangman. There we go. The Flint. Okay, I can live with that. Alright, let's go ahead and use... Alright, foil. Not great, but whatever. Let's turn you gold. Either one of those are particularly helpful. Okay, so... I think what we do is we actually use Thunderstone to make a couple of gold queens. first of all, use that. How close are you? 13 consumables. Okay, it's gonna be a minute. Okay, we're not really going anywhere with lucky cards, so I'm not gonna do that. It's a shame, because I've had some very interesting runs come from finding a Togepi. Okay, well, we had a couple of interesting econ options in both Farfetch'd and Goldeen, which might have been better than Golduck, honestly. Alright, so keep turning cards gold until I find something better than Golduck. Although right now, the thing that would probably be the first to go if I find something really good, like say for instance Ghastly, would probably be Cubone actually. This definitely makes one of our face cards Steel. How about... There we go. The more things we can be holding in our hand that trigger when we play our high card, the better. Ooh, and this will help us avoid the plant. The water is fine, though. I am not concerned with the water. It's a life-giving element. Why would you concern yourself with it? It's supposed to be helpful. Any more gold cards? Nuts. Alright. No problem. Actually, let's turn you gold. Hermit is good. Devil is not supposed to be good, but in this instance, it's just fine. Okay, I think I'm just gonna energize Granwood. So now our first played queen gives times 5.4, and that would be the strength of the Amped deck, is being able to go well above the norm. You want to be held in hand, so let's do that. Alright, sure, that'll power up SudoBull. I'm okay with that. You, turn gold. Got the Midas touch, baby. Alright, so what are we looking for? Well, potentially what we want to see is, obviously, Ghastly would be good. I would like to see Mr. Mime, or of course Mime Jr. Those are kind of the two big things. If we find Remoraid, I would be more than happy to now replace Golduck with it. Honestly, Raticate is also pretty good. Definitely better than Cubone. At least for what we've got going on here. That's Zorua. There we go. You didn't think I was gonna pass up Zorua, did you? Alright, we actually can't get value off of Moltres here because we have no discards. Fortunately, it also means we had to waste Zorua. Now, one mistake that I made is that I thought that basically you couldn't be copying anyone with Zorua because once it would remove the copy effect, and I thought that was the same as like a baby Pokemon being disabled. I was very wrong about that, so I can make full use of Zorua's very excellent ability. At least until I play a hand. And that, I think, you kind of see where that's going, right? I actually don't really care about making lucky cards, but I will do it anyway, because at some point or another we're going to want to get rid of Golduck. And when we do, we want to make sure that we've got something to play that's just nice and strong. Hey, I don't care about you. Sage, that was mean. No, I mean, it's not gonna help, like, in any way. It's not my fault I'm not playing threes. I mean, you were literally the one who made the decision. Shut up. Okay, so when it does come time, I just want to change your suit now. Okay. Good old Violet Vessel. Not worried about that. Yeah, let's shapeshift you two into queens. Right, you are almost a Zoroark, the illusionist Pokemon, which I thought, when I learned about Zoroark, I was like, that is such a cool idea. I really wish they would do more with that. Nice, but actually no, if I find a Kingstone, that's perfect. Hello, Pichu. Alright, so we're gonna need a couple of rounds to let Pichu grow up. Which means that for a little bit, our score is going to be looking worse than usual. And because I have to have you on the far right in order for you to level up, that just means that for a little bit we're not getting as much value out of Granwood. And that's red stake. But no reason not to keep going, right? It's also our first sticker on Pichu, oddly enough. And that's not because of lack of use, it's just because of timing. Take the retcon. Any chance to roll away from the plant is always a good opportunity. Interesting. But at this point we need... Let's see. No, I don't. Well, might as well just make something gold here. Jeez. Alright, there. Oh. Oh, that's Zoroark. Whoops. Yes. Yes, Zoroark cannot have any more energy put into her, but... don't think too hard about how that sounds. But Granwood can accept one more energy. Okay, we definitely want to turn that into a queen. There's Remoraid. I think, as much as I want that, we need to evolve Pikachu in order to have Joker space, because then we can turn Raichu negative. God, I barely even have to try at this point. Okay, so what we really need... I should have taken that Ice Stone into this pack. Lovely. Whatever, use them for fun. And also, once again, best practices, because we can, if we find a Drowsy and it's actually a good time to take it, then it will be stronger than usual. Oh, I forgot. Whoops. I forgot to move my Jokers. Silly me. Not that we're in any danger of losing anytime soon, just saying. Oh, man. I want that. Okay, I think at this point Moltres has to go. You've done well, my friend. And I can't exactly say that I'm, sad about only having my high card at level 83. And we might as well grab that. One more reroll, because I don't want to waste too much money. Okay, now we don't need to make specific discards. We can just get rid of things that we don't want. Metal Tree. Alright, do I have any face cards that still need to be shifted? Well, we got this holographic one, but I would rather make that lucky. I could make the... I think I'm going to save the Chariot for this Red Seal 10. Alright, do we have a Thunderstone? We do not. However, can do that. Alright, let's see if we get a Thunderstone the old-fashioned way. Not really, but should still work out. Oh, I guess no. Nope, save it for the Red Seal 10. You already said that. There we go. Now we just want to turn that bad boy into a queen and start copying it. In the meantime, why don't I do that? You know what you're supposed to do, Gengar. Don't play these games with me, boy. And if he does, what am I gonna do about it? He's a supernatural being. I'm just a schlub from Minnesota. As soon as we have another Joker slot. Okay. Oh, come on, Gengar. Be nice. Alright, cool. Let's strengthen that. We can definitely make... Actually, be smart. Metal! Actually, no, I do want to discard that. Sweet. Alright, we've got one Joker slot to use. Let's now focus on trying to find another re-trigger buddy to fill that open hole. You know, like a... It's basically, we're at 5 out of 6. We've got a big open pothole in the road, and we want to fill it with the best cement possible. Don't you mean asphalt? Shut up. And we don't want to just take any old Pokemon. Okay, well, I mean, technically that works just fine, but we're at the point where extra chips probably aren't helping that much, so I'm gonna say no. I love Venonat, but this is not the right fit. Okay. Alright, these pesky 3s can go away. There we go. The leveling up on high card has definitely gotten slower, but I mean, we're doing just fine. Not too worried about it. Alright, yep, we have you that we want to strengthen. Then we can start copying it. And what do we have that needs to be turned to metal? Okay, we've got that one lucky queen that needs to be metallicized. And we can do the same thing with this king. I just wasn't thinking about it when it came up the first time. Matter of fact, let's not forget about it. Let's do it now. Alright, Metal Tree gets stronger. And that is why I wanted the red seals. Gengar. Okay, we definitely want that. I mean, we have a Raichu, so Grubbin could work, but I think we can definitely do better. And we already know how. We just needed to come back around. Okay, we're very easily through this, and so long as we draw the red seal, we're pretty much golden for a while. There we go. Oh, Gengar did his job, so now we've got even more Joker space. We've now got 2 potholes in the road to fill. And there's how we fill one of them. Instantaneously rewarded. Alright, now we need another retrigger buddy. Now would be a good time for Remoraid or Rattata to come back around. Or if we get really lucky, what I would like to see is a Dratini. Okay, we have 2 Jacks that we can strengthen. Alright, it's not necessarily imperative that we find that red seal card, but it would really help. Let's make you gold. There we go, level 94 high card. You think that's high enough? Because I don't think so. I think it needs to be higher. Okay, well. Excuse me. There we go. Alright, we're getting into scientific notation. Now, another retrigger, or if I could get a Pokédex and get another Snubbull, that would be amazing. We don't have a ton of time to make that happen, though, because it's not like this run is going to go forever, right? But there are some things that will extend the life of this run. It's a thing of beauty. There we go. Now we have an entire hand of card held in hand effects. Alright, come on, Gengar, do your thing. I know it's only a 1 in 5, but it shouldn't be that hard. But just hit that Remoraid. Just never mind what that Piranha is going to do to your tongue. It'll be okay, trust me. Okay, get out of here, you riffraff. Alright, we are just killing it. Nothing here is any good. Let's grab that so we can make another copy of that Red Seal Queen. Now, admittedly, the Red Seal Queen doesn't have to be steel. So I guess I should maybe use that as a means to say maybe when it comes back around, I turn it into something else. Alright, let's see what you are. Hey, look at that! Remoraid is about to evolve. Not that it needs to. You know, it could. Hey, Cubone's back. Might as well just clear out another one. Okay, really need those red seals now. There's one. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit this score, but... Oh, yeah. It wasn't even that difficult. Alright, so we pretty easily clear this ante, and there's a good chance we're not going to make it past that, but I don't know, ante 14 seems pretty good to me. I think I also can start turning some of my gold cards into steel now. I don't know why I'm still rolling. At this point, in order to get any stronger, I kind of... Well, first of all, like I said, turn gold card to steel. Alright, now play this. Ooh, Gengar did his job. Sweet. So now we would really like to see a Mime Jr. Actually, what we really want to see is Mr. Mime, but... Does anything need to be powered up at this point? Just you. Alright. Well, we have a couple of glass that we can use. Let's see what that makes our score look like. Alright, so that might actually get us through the next ante as well. Might. It does not, actually. Which means now we really need to see that Mr. Mime show up. So, this is actually a fine pick, because this will give us more time to try to find that Mr. Mime. Right, honestly, that's fine. Oh, strangely, that didn't win. Alright, that just shows me that I definitely need more steel than I think I do. Also, I think there's one more thing I can do to increase my score. There we go. Let's try that. Alright, ooh, nice. Really need that Mr. Mime now. Very nice, Sandshrew. Actually, that can protect my glass queens. That'll work until we find Mr. Mime. Although at this point I think it's fairer to say if we find Mr. Mime. Alright, so with the number of triggers and scoring events a little bit more balanced out, let's see what our score looks like now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so at this point, what could we find to get us further? Well, a Pokédex into a very lucky Snubbull or SudoBull would help. A Mr. Mime would help us re-trigger some of our steel. That would be a huge help. And from the way I've been talking about it, obviously the Mime is really what I'm looking for. Not willing to take a risk on an egg. That'll work. Oh, well. If we can just pump more energy into Granwood, that would work too. But it might be a bit late for that. So let's see if we can make this work. Okay, so we definitely copy the steel because we're going to be playing the glass. Alright, E17, and it's 1.82. Okay, so we're definitely through this ante. And yes, it's now, at this point, it's getting a little questionable to keep rolling, but we are doing our best. Mostly because we're just not making the same kind of capital that we were. Another thing that would help would be greater hand size, because that way we could just fit more steel cards into our hand. There he is. But the problem is he's reducing our score by 1/2. So, as I said, it really just needs to be Mr. Mime, and he needed to show up earlier. Yeah, because at this point, once we're through here, then the next blind, all the scores go up. And yeah, no, it really just needs to be Mr. Mime at this point. But it doesn't mean it can't happen, it just means it's unlikely. So let's look. Okay. Okay, really need that glass one. I have 2 glass ones. There it is. Alright, so... I am really stupid. Hold on. You know what? No, just accept that you made a mistake and move forward. It's not like we're gonna be moving past ante 16 anyway. Yeah, that was just a shame. Just a little misclick, and that's all she wrote. That having been said, I am not at all disappointed about getting the score that I got. But now, hopefully, you can see what I was going for with that, and if you decide to try this seed out and get to this point, don't do what I did. Use the death card properly. But not only did that clear red stake, but it did so in freaking style. I am a-okay with that. Doesn't come close to my actual high score, and one of these days I want that number to be even higher. And I will get there. Oh, believe me, I will get there. But for right now, I will say thank you guys very much for coming and checking out my video. I appreciate you supporting my work and spending your free time here with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care.